A shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel and truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh Bahashem Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh Bahashem Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. Amen. So, Lord will, this lesson is, edifying. Lord will, it is straight to the point. But this lesson is basically going to go into more steps that Esau Edom is taking to ultimately further, this, really the Amos 8 and 11, man, which is the famine of the word. They're gonna start making it harder and harder to say anything, man. We already know that they've been, really pushing, these certain algorithms to where you can't talk about the MARK, you can't talk about the Crown Vic Royale, you can't talk about, repenting, prayer, so on and so forth, man. Otherwise they'll either strike your channel or, or they'll strike it for hate speech or whatever, man. Esau Edom is, he's coming down even harder, man. Now he had made a whole, I guess, a board, or a department that focuses solely on, mis or disinformation, man, which is what this article is going to go into. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read a couple paragraphs, a couple sentences, man. And then, just to hit the point, and then, we'll grab some precepts. I might even play this video real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to play it right now, but I'll read the header first. It says, DHS Orwellian Disinformation Board should shock the core of American belief system, A.G. Eric Schmidt. Right? So I'm going to play this video.
Yes, this concept of mis or disinformation is the most politicized and ridiculous concept, and it became an anxiety for liberal elites in this country and in Europe around 2015-16 when President Trump was elected and Brexit happened. And they use it all the time to suggest that any set of facts or arguments that run against whatever it is that liberals are pushing at the moment is disinformation. We should reject this term. We should use true or false, and we should use inquiry to figure out whether something is true or false. Reject the very concept of misinformation because we see how it's abused by someone like Nina Jankowicz to call what we now know is perfectly true reporting about Hunter's laptop, call that disinformation. You question the origins of COVID-19, disinformation. Oh, but 6 months later, turns out you were right. You don't think, Black Lives Matter riots are okay? That's disinformation. So this is a very dangerous, we use the word Orwellian too much, but this is legitimately Orwellian Ministry of Truth stuff.
That's heavy, man, because that's exactly what's coming out, man. Brothers was talking about, really even going back to the beginning of the scamdemic, man. Brothers was talking about how this was ultimately, a planned scamdemic. And brothers was getting, even then, when we talk about it still, we still get our pages shut down, man. But what happens, man? It comes out that they were doing gain of function research, and it turns out that, what I think is NIH or something like that, Dr. Fake Fauci, heads, whatever, they were, working with, Wuhan lab and stuff like that, man. And it turns out that information is true, man. So it's really, and like they said, man, any information that comes up against their agenda, they're calling all that, disinformation. And guess what, man? As men of the Lord, we speak the truth, man. And the truth comes up against their agenda, man, because Esau Edom, he banks on, deceit. He banks on, people ultimately being ignorant to his plans, and again, the truth brings out, his agenda, man, and cuts it right in half, man, and lets everybody know, that his agenda is not going to be, is not going to succeed. That the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Shai is ultimately going to tear his agenda down, man. Tear him and his agenda down, right? And Esau Edom don't like that, man. So this is why they're coming up with this new board to slash any quote unquote mis or disinformation, man. Because every time that a man of the Lord starts to speak, and starts to bring out the truth about, whatever it is, hey, guess what? they tear brothers, videos down, man. So let's go into this a little bit. I'm going to read right here. It says exclusive. The top law enforcement officer in Missouri condemning the creation of the Orwellian new Department of Homeland Security Misinformation Board, claiming it's another example of how the Biden administration is attacking American liberties, right? And really, you know, you never had any liberties, man. You never had any freedoms, you know? And brothers is always talking about how, you know, Esau Edom really started making, you know, moves on taking away your freedom going back to 9/11, man, you know? 9/11 was just a huge way to distract you people, so that way they can, you know, behind the scenes start snatching your freedoms away, man. You know, they started using that to, you know, to ultimately, you know, start to spy on people and looking at different information and really track you, man. You know, and then now we're at the point where everybody can see that shit. You know, now we're at the point where everybody can see that the government is taking away, you know, people's rights, quote unquote rights that, you know, I mean, really you never even had, you know, but the people really think that they have, and it's being taken away. Now they know they ain't got no damn rights, man. You know, continue reading. It says DHS, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas announced that the board, announced that the department created a disinformation governance board, right? That's the name, the actual name of this board, right? This disinformation board, right? Disinformation governance board. It says to combat online disinformation. During his testimony Wednesday before the House Appropriations Subcommittee on Homeland Security, it says Attorney General Eric Schmidt wrote to Mayorkas Friday in a letter exclusively obtained by Fox News Digital, in which he states the focus of the Orwellian board to focus resources on the threat of mis or disinformation should shock the very core of the American belief, a threat to free speech that will rightly alarm freedom-loving people across America, including those in my home state of Missouri. Right, so ultimately this is a hit on your so-called free speech, which again you never really had, man. You know, Esau Edom has been, you know, this is all part of his plan. You know, 2 Corinthians 2:11. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. This is all part of his plan. Esau Edom wants to be able to control every aspect of everything, man. You know, just going back to a demolition man. You know, where he wants to ultimately, you know, where he wants to control whether you know, your reproductive, you know, activities, you know, whether you having sex or not. He wants to control, you know, the air that you breathe. He wants to control, you know, whether you take a shit or not, man. You know. So he wants to control everything. Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4, man. He really thinks that he's a god, man. You know, because you read about the Most High, and the Most High is in control, man. But Esau Edom thinks he's the Most High when he's not. He's just a man, you know. So Esau Edom is ultimately trying to set himself up to be the Most High, you know, to have his hand, you know, in everything, you know. And well, we know the Lord Yahweh Shem is going to tear down the enterprise, man, you know. And again, you know, Esau Edom creating this board is ultimately speeding up prophecy, man. You know, it's really hurting him rather than, you know, pushing his agenda further. You know, because again, him creating this board is going to come to a point where, you know, because again, we're speaking against his agenda, man. You know, so it means what? He's gonna make it to where we can't even post videos no more, man. He's gonna make it to where we can't even set up. As soon as we create an account, that account is deleted. As soon as we type it in, you know. So again, he's just furthering the agenda of the Most High, not his agenda, right? Which the agenda of the Most High is to, you know, to make it to where, you know, the prophets don't have to come out here and speak no more, man. That the elect are sealed, and that word is to stop. You know, that word is to stop going out. You know, that's the agenda of the Most High, man. You know, let's grab it. It's like him. Phone acting weird, man. This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, right? This is prophecy, right? This has not happened yet, but we're seeing it in the process, right? We're seeing Amos 8 and 11 building up, right? It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right now, you can still get it, man. You could still come, you know, you could still come out to the highways and byways. You can still watch videos on YouTube, man. You can still go in, you know, and get this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. But there's going to come a time, you know, that you're not going to be able to get this word. You're going to sit here and and turn your back on it. You're going to sit here and walk past the prophets, you know, and not think anything of it, man. But there's going to come a time where you're going to want to get this word, you know, where you're going to need to get this word. Because the prophets out here are telling you, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of their times, right? What knowledge, man? What wisdom? The wisdom of the Most High, man. You know, the true riches, man. Romans 11:33, right? So the knowledge of the scriptures, man, the knowledge of the words of Yahweh Shem El Shai, right? That's what you need. That's what's going to ultimately keep you stable, man, you know, in the times to come, you know, because, again, the words, you know, Yahweh Shem El Shai through his words tells you how to walk in certain times, man, you know. And the men of the Lord, they're taking heed. The true worshipers of Yahweh Shem El Shai are taking heed, man, you know. Everybody else is, you know, is scoffing, mocking, and you know, and walking past, man, you know. Hey, but those same people are going to come running back, man, you know. It's like, yeah. Ooh, Slacky, man. I have something in my nose, man. Tickling my nose. Slacky. But again, I'll keep reading. Verse 12, it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Right, man. When you have time to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, ooh, Salakia, man, Salakia. What's going on, man? But yeah, man, you know, when in this time, when you have a time and an ability to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you don't, when that time comes, when this word is completely taken off the streets, the prophets are done speaking. They're not posting no videos down, or Esau is making it to where they can't post any videos, and all hell breaks loose to where they're not able to, you know, Jacob's trouble hits, and when they're not able to go on the streets. You're going to be seeking for the men of the Lord, man, but you're not going to find them, man. And if you do, and guess what? Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai is going to cleave their tongue to the roof of their mouth, man. They ain't going to be shit, man. They ain't going to say shit, you know? And if they do, if they are able to say shit, they're going to say like, what the King Hezekiah said, you know, going to, you know, back in Samaria, man. He said, if the Lord ain't gonna help you, how am I gonna be able to help you, man? And so, the spirits are going, the prophet's gonna have a cold spirit on them, man. You know, at that time, man. You know. Hey, so you're gonna be seeking this word, man, and you're not gonna find it, man. Hey, because ultimately you're seeking it in the wrong time. You know. You should be seeking it now. You should be trying to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding now. You know, but if you're not doing that, hey, well, you're going to be asked out in those days, man. You know, verse 13, it says, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst, right? Because this word is likened unto fountains of living water, man. You know, hey, so you people are going to be thirsty as fuck in them days, man. You know, and we're not talking about, you know, worldly thirsty. No, we're talking about, you know, spiritually thirsty, man. You know. You're gonna be spiritually thirsty, man. You're gonna want this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You're gonna want that fountains of living water, man. But you're not gonna be able to get it, man. You know, this is the time that we're coming into, man. You know, and again, this time is right around the corner. We can see it, man. You know, let me grab this. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." Right, and we're seeing it start to build up, man. You know, this time is coming. You know, this is why you need to seek the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai, while he may be found. Matter of fact, let me grab that and we'll end it on there. Isaiah 55 and verse 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." Right, man. You know, so get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding now. You know, don't. You know, hey, Jake is the master of procrastination, man. You know, and you Jakes need to stop procrastinating, man. You know, you Israelites, period, man, need to stop procrastinating. Just get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. You know, use some type of fucking wisdom, and know that the times that are coming are not gonna be good times, man. You know, and that the only way that you can be protected in those times is by taking heed to the words of Yahweh Shem El Shai, man. Returning unto the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai. Now we ultimately know that only a remnant is gonna return. You know, but if this word, you know, resonates with you, you know, and you know, it strikes some type of fear in you, and well, guess what, man? And you very well could be part of the elect, man. Hey, so take heed to this word and take hold on to it, man. You know, Lord will, man. You know, because hey, the time that we're coming into is very scary, man. You know, for those that don't have any, you know, that don't get this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, it's gonna be a scary time for them, man. Lord will, we're probably the elect. If we get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding now, yeah, it's going to seem like it's a scary time, but ultimately we're going to be protected by Yahweh Hashem Shai, man. That's what we need, man. And that's what we want. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Shai, Hashem, Baruch Chodesh, double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone. We'll say shalom till next time.